A really good day. We kind of made a few adjustments, throughout the course of the week. At least one time in each spring, I love to get a situation where you put the ball down at the goal line and you have to go play ball. And today was that day. We actually had it planned initially, there on Tuesday. But we talk about response a lot in this program. And the previous Tuesday, we didn't necessarily have the response coming off the first scrimmage that I wanted, intensity, throughout a longer practice. And so we decided to switch it up a little bit. Wanted to see our guys respond on Tuesday, and I thought they really did. And then today is a mindset day. It's a day that you go and you get the ball down at the edge, and I know Coach Andrew says it best. For a defensive mentality on the goal line, and they don't score unless you let them score. And we're trying to establish that mindset, that approach. We couldn't have scripted it any better for how it played out in the competitive aspect of it. Offensively, you get the ball down the goal line, you gotta leave no doubt. You gotta finish plays. You gotta finish it in the end zone. But love the energy. We were able to come over into Doak, and we missed out on that on this past Saturday, and and so it's great anytime we can get back here on this field and have an opportunity to compete. And I thought our guys did a good job with that today. I like the mindset, like the intensity. Big push on the end of spring. We're getting here towards the end. We've got 12 practices down. A lot of teams in the country will go start checking boxes. We're striving to be different. We're coming out every day, getting better. Controlling the things we can control, and continuing to improve and competing with each other. And I think we're seeing that. And it's a good situational work. You installed some things for the situation. I thought our guys competed throughout the day, and sets us up for another day tomorrow, which will be a little bit less, be a little less physical, helmets practice, and then gear up for Saturday night.
When you get in that competitive setting at the goal line, how much better do you feel about what you have at linebacker this year compared to this one?
You saw them flashing today, and they're those guys. It's a lot of the same guys. They're just grown and developed, and you got adding Tatum to the room, Omar Graham, Stephen Dix growing up. I mean, you see the growth and development of that position is one that I'm excited about, and there is a confidence and a swagger in that group. That's really starting to emerge. And when you get down there, those guys, they gotta lead it. It all starts up front. When those guys up front are doing their job, you gotta have those backers that are fast fit players. And, I think that's starting to show up.
On the flip side of that, I presume you like the one where Micah Pittman finishes as a low man at the goal line.
Those are moments you hope for as a coach. You get to see man on man. Where's it going? You're either going forward or you're going backwards. And Micah's had many situations throughout this spring where he's got a ball in a competitive situation, and he's always finding a way to go forward, which I'm really proud of and pleased with how he's continuing to take advantage of opportunities. And we got a lot of guys that are doing that, a lot of new faces that are competing, a lot of guys that are trying to establish a role and responsibility on this team. He's definitely one of those.
What's it say about Stephen Dix Jr. What this conversation is as much as last season?
It's all opportunities are what are created and what are earned. And I think Stephen, he came in his first year and played a lot of football. As guys around continued to compete, as guys grew and developed. Last year he didn't play as much ball. But you can be like the majority of people in the world and sulk about it, or sit there and think about all the things that are maybe not going your way, or you can just strap up and go to work. And that's what Stephen's done. And I think you're seeing flashes from him, and you're continuing to work on the consistency of his performance. But I like the growth that I'm seeing, and that's what this program's about. It's about growth and development. There's guys. Anybody can point to the situation they're in, and you can talk about what's against you or all the things that you're facing, or you can just continue to work and get better. We're gonna pour into our players. We're gonna develop our players, and as they continue to trust that process, they're going to earn themselves that opportunity to go make an impact. And Stephen's a great example, but there's a lot of guys on this team. Guys last year that didn't play any that are emerging that I think have a chance to be great players for us. It's part of that growth, and it's part of the development of what we're building within this program. That is a great example of somebody. Shaheem had a couple plays down at the goal line that, got me really excited. You see just the mentality. I mean, Cheyenne played in a handful of games last year, but he wasn't ready to take that step in a full-time role, and just his confidence. And it's not fault of his own. He was a true freshman, but he's continued to work, continue to grow, develop. You're seeing that progression in his level of play. Sidney Williams is another guy that I think's really showed up well, and doing a great job with that. So, notice how laser focused right here. Haven't even turned.
Gatorade moment.
Powerade.
Good point.
Brennan Yant's another guy that seems like he's adjusted pretty well to the
Yeah, there's a couple guys that have changed positions, and it's a process in it. And he's working hard in making that transition, but he's had those flash plays. It's just consistency of it, play in and play out. But he's definitely had some really good moments.
Mike, what would you like to see from Jordan this Saturday?
For Jordan, just continuing to take control and and play with that level of confidence in the offense. And I think he's had an exceptional spring. I think he's grown in all areas. It's just now you get a chance to go out and get another opportunity, and he's taking advantage of all that we've had up to this point, and just go out there and have fun and play the game.
Coach, in terms of the structure of the spring game, can you talk us through why you might do offense versus defense for Navy versus
Well, there will be offense versus defense, and we'll have ones-on-ones. I want good-on-good as much as possible. And there's these guys. What I'm excited about with our team is you've seen a lot of repetition within multiple groups, and we've had guys that might be projected starters right now. They're getting good reps with the twos because we have guys that are pushing, and it's being able to have that constant mix of personnel. The reason we're not breaking up into two separate teams is we got a couple guys that are not going to be available Saturday, and I don't want to get into the deal of having to switch guys and all of that. So we're gonna play offense, defense. We'll get good work and make sure that we leave this field better than what we stepped on it.
A couple of former players, T-Buck and Dexter Carter, here today. It's good just to have them.
And it's great having all the former players, the great Seminoles. I mean, that's what this weekend's about too. And we're going to have a lot of those past players here tomorrow, and you'll get a chance to anytime you can connect the past to the present. I truly believe it builds you for the future. And we have the guest coaches here on Saturday night, which is going to be a lot of fun. TB is going to actually be our honorary captain, so he's going to have a role in it as well. He's getting a chance to celebrate his Hall of Fame induction from years past. Having an opportunity to be here, so we're going to celebrate that. And it's a great opportunity to see these guys come back, and just the importance of what it is to be a Seminole. And it's big for our team and our players to understand who they represent. It's one thing to walk by a picture up on the wall. It's another thing when the guy looks you in the eye and talks about what this program means to him. Especially when you wear that number, it's a little different responsibility in how you perform and what you do. So I'm grateful for all of our past players. Appreciate their involvement with our program. It's gonna be a lot of fun here this weekend.
We good?
All right, thank you guys.